look, the majority of the world has never been to Israel. So when Hamas, who doesn't actually recognize Israel as a country and doesn't actually communicate directly with Israel, they have to go through Palestine, the Palestine Authority to even communicate on any level.
Which, by the way, is fucking full of shit. Like, the Palestine Authority and Yasser Arafat was a fucking criminal and a crook and a horrible human being. So the idea that, like, he was this, you know, the peace was happening is a bit of a stretch, I think.
Okay,
you know?
Fair enough. I'm just talking about the stories that I've studied.
Yeah.
But look, I want to say this because, you know, with the anti-Semitism and everything that's happening, the majority of the people have never been to Israel and really don't understand. Israel is a full-blown first world country, extremely advanced, skyscrapers, major cities.
Gays
Israel
have rights.
is not going anywhere.
Right.
I've been there, I think, 3 times.
Right. Gays
to say
have rights.
that Israel's going to go away and so forth, that's like saying California is going to go away.
Women
it's
have
not
rights.
going anywhere.
Yep. It's,
you know, and that's not just my opinion. It's the reality of the economy and the structure in the country itself.
Yeah.
Now, I don't. When the Hamas attack happened, you know, 2,200 rockets got launched. 3,000 Hamas soldiers breached Israel. 1,139 people, including 815 civilians, were killed, mostly at the festival. 251 people were kidnapped. That was horrific. The response from Israel and the number of civilians that were killed in Gaza and so forth, I felt was horrific as well. I felt that it was extremely heavy-handed and it didn't need to happen in that fashion. I feel that there's fault on both sides.
Human shields. You understand the concept, right?
These are not armies battling. You have to work around those human shields to a certain degree because you are killing those humans who have nothing to do with the conflict.
Except that they are cheering in the streets when 7 and 18-year-old girls with their legs twisted backwards, blood pouring out of their vaginas, are being brought in pickup trucks. They're fucking spitting on them and cheering like, you know, so there is a question as to, at the same time, there are videos of Gazans saying, free us from Hamas, get us out of here. You know, so it is a question. I haven't been to Gaza. I don't really know what the people of Gaza feel, but I see some shit, you know, you have to kind of judge to some extent, you know. You know, it's just like a serious thing. So let me ask you a personal question, right? I don't know if you have a family. Let's say you live in New York City, right? In New Jersey, there's a group of fucking maniacs that want you dead. They come into your house on Saturday morning when you're unarmed. They shoot your fucking wife in front of your head. They put your babies in an oven and make you watch them while they burn in an oven. Then they take you back to a tunnel where they keep you for 300 days and shoot you in the head, right? Let me ask you, if this happens to you, what are you going to do? You're going to go to fucking Jersey and look for your family if they're held hostage, and you're going to do whatever the fuck you have to do. You know what I'm saying? This idea that we're supposed to just sit back, I mean, bro, don't get me started, man.
I'm not saying that everyone's supposed to sit back. I understand what you're saying, but as of
what are we supposed to do? All the bombs are in schools. They're all fucking under. They're all in schools. They're all underneath schools. They're all in fucking bedrooms. Missiles underneath kids' beds.
I get it.
Tunnels. The tunnels are under the schools.
I understand conceptually what's happening.
They fucking send a memo. They tell people you got to leave. At the very least, they send a memo. They fucking drop shit from the sky. Fucking leaflets. They tell people, get the fuck out of here. We're going in. We're gonna find these tunnels. We're looking for our fucking hostages. Right. Innocent civilians that you fucking broke down the wall and brought back to your fucking place. You think they didn't have this in mind? This is exactly what they want. They're a fucking death cult. They are a death cult. They want their people dead. They want their people dead so that the rest of the world will come against Israel. You know, it's not fucking hard to see.
I understand, and I understand how it's playing
out
they say it
in
the media.
Very clearly. They say this.
On this date, 43,000 people have been killed. 41,000 Palestinians and about 1,700 Israelis. Those numbers is what people have a problem with.
I don't have a problem with those numbers.
You don't have a problem with 41,000 Palestinians.
You wouldn't have a problem with it if it was your fucking 2-year-old in the tunnel.
Most of which are children, women, civilians, and so forth. Yes, some of those are Hamas, and I understand there's repercussions for being in Hamas. But kids getting killed, I can't co-sign that on a number like that. When you talk
So
about
what do you do? What
30
co-sign? There's no
1.
co-sign.
30,
What do you do?
30 to 1.
What do you do? Sit back? Just
You
let it
don't-
keep
you don't
happening?
sit back, but you have to have
What
a
do you do?
plan that's not also killing children and women and people that have nothing to
Okay,
do
so in
with it.
Hezbollah, they blew up the fucking pagers, right? So
Yep.
they're getting a little bit better. You know, this is
They
not
are.
something.
They are. I
you think it's
actually
fucking
interviewed
easy?
Eric Prince, who's the founder of Blackwater,
Yeah.
and we talked about how that even happened. Do you know how they did that?
I know exactly how it happened. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So from your point of view, what happened?
Basically, when they knew they were going to be needing pagers and walkie-talkies and not being on cell phones, they found the company that makes the pagers that they order from. They've created the pagers for that company and put bombs in them. And fucking we're
Right.
tracking them and we're listening to them the whole time. And it's only
Right.
that they started to figure it out. That's the reason why they fucking pulled the plug when they did. But they were tracking them for a while on those pagers.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because when me and Eric Prince talked about that, because everyone's thinking like somehow Jews found some sort of technology to blow up anyone's cell phone and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to put an actual
plant
bomb
something
in that
in it,
device during the supply line creation of that device.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened.
That's the Mossad. That's some genius fucking shit. But you know what? You know, with Hamas, maybe, I don't know. I'm not in the government. I don't know why they weren't prepared on October 7th. I don't know why they didn't know where those tunnels were, why they hadn't taken them out ahead of time, you know, but there is a whole situation going on. You know, it's like, I don't know that anybody, you know, a lot of people can complain and say, how could they do this? How could they do this? But I don't know that anybody knows of another way that they could have done, pulled off, you know, to eliminate Hamas. There's no question that has to be done. It has to be done. You can't live next to a neighbor who has kidnapped your family and is holding them in their house and just continue to live and pretend it didn't happen. You got to go into their fucking house and find your fucking family and bring them back and destroy those fucking people so that they won't do it again, because it's in their fucking charter. They're going to continue to do it till the end of time.
Right. I mean, there's still currently 97 hostages of this day. And you actually called for Hamas to be destroyed. You said, I'd like to see any terrorist, Hamas, or person who believes Israel has no right to exist or the Jews have no right to it. I would like Israel to destroy these people. Then I'd like to see some type of new world that comes about in Gaza where Jews can go back to the Middle East, where we can go back to synagogues where our great-great-grandparents were, and we could pray together. I'd like to see the destruction of evil.
Yeah. Fundamentalist Islam, radical terrorism, death squads, death fucking cults need to be eliminated. And then all of the Jews, all of the Sephardic Jews that were thrown out of all of those countries, Lebanon, Syria, Iran, Iraq, right? They can all go back. And the moderate Muslims and the moderate Jews can live together in peace and harmony in a new world where the Middle East isn't run by these motherfucking crazy people. And you think they don't want it? They're fucking singing in the streets of Iran. They're singing in the streets when Hezbollah dude fucking got murdered, right? You think the Lebanese Christians, they want to live under Hezbollah? You think the women want to have no rights? There's no gay rights. There's no women's rights. There's no nothing. I know what it's like to live within a hardcore religion. You know what I mean? There's nothing. You know, these people want to be free, I think. And the ones who don't, you know, and are hell-bent on the destruction of Israel and the Jews, I think we should fucking eliminate them. I'm fucking thrilled when I see that.